What's up, guys? Jamie T here, the Flying Clydesdale.
Excellent!
Got a new bottle of whiskey, Jameson Select Reserve Black Barrel, and I bought a lot of new one-wheel related gear over the past 2 months and figured I'd do a little review for you guys as I'm drinking my JMO. And a lot of content creators out there don't really know what they want to get in that consumer market to record their rides, and I bought all three of the best options. I have the Insta 361X, the GoPro Hero 7, and then the DJI Pocket Osmo. Being a filmmaker, I do have uses for all of these in like content creation for some of my clients, so I could justify it. But riding trails, it's been a little hard deciding on the pros and cons of each one. Let me start with the Pocket Osmo. So this little guy, it's great. Hard case, fits right in your pocket as described. Turn it out, power it up in a matter of seconds, and you're good to go. It can lock on to riders, and you know it does have some really great features, and it's, as you can see, the size of your hand. What they don't sell with it, which I had to order and took about a month to get here, is any way to attach it to a selfie stick. So when you're riding, you're stuck recording other riders, you know, which is good for group rides. But if you're riding solo, it doesn't really give you a good sense of what you're doing. The lens isn't wide enough. It does take in good audio, so it is good for kind of blogging or vlogging or anything like that. But until you buy this attachment piece, there's a few Asian makers of it online. I think it was like 20 bucks. And what this does, it gives you a 1/4 20 and 3/8 screw attachment. And you take this out, loosen it up, put your Osmo in, tighten it back. And then you need to get a selfie stick that has a 1/4 20 thread on the end of it. And then also like a ball head, so you can move it around. What this allows you to do is, you know, attach it at any angle. And then, you know, this wouldn't be ideal if it didn't have that ball head. So with the ball head, you can adjust it for where you want it to be. So now on your rides, you know, if you want that low angle, high angle, whatever, you adjust it. Flip this to get it, and you are getting now better footage. You can record yourself, the board, get some things. It does shoot 4K 60, which is awesome. And it does have some stabilization built in with the 3-axis gimbal. So again, solid choice. I don't know if I want to stick with it right now, but for the price, it's awesome. If you're creating your own content or blogs, it's great. When you hook your phone up to it, you get insane results with being able to control the gimbal on all axes. This is definitely more of a blogger's tool than a rider's tool, but it is a great option. I know Jeff's going to be doing a lot of content with it, and I'm going to play with it a little bit more. Let's go into the second option. Another bad thing is if you're using this to power it off, and if you want to protect it, now you got to take it out of its case again, or out of the attachment to put it in its case. And you always do want to put this in your case, because if you look up close, I don't think it's gonna focus because I'm on a manual lens. I've scratched the shit out of the top of it. The lens has no scratches, but the finish has scratched just by sitting in my pocket. Whatever, you know, it's consumer grade. Next, I want to go into the Insta 361X. This thing has been awesome so far. I love it. I bought the official selfie stick for it just because, you know, it's very well built, and the knob on the end right here completely deletes, so you do get that invisible stick. This thing extends out extremely far. I don't even know if it'll fit in the frame. At this angle, with how wide this lens is, it looks like someone's like 20 feet away from you when they're filming. What I do like about this is being able to edit in the app. It's a little buggy. It's way better than the Insta 360, the original, but you're editing 5.7K footage. So when you're choosing your 16:9 frame, you're keeping a lot of quality. I tried it at night, and I'll post the footage in this video. I set the limit to 1600 ISO so it wouldn't get too noisy, and I got a solid export out of it. And you know, you just plug it into your phone and you could edit right in your phone. That's one of the biggest things, is not having to put it on a desktop, play around with the desktop. to try to choose your angle. This lets you completely reframe and get what you want while you ride. So you know you are capturing everything. On trails, I'd be a little careful bringing this out, depending on how risky you're getting, because you know the lenses do stick out quite a bit, and a scratch on that's going to show up in all your shots. They do have underwater housing for this. I'm considering getting to just bring it on trail rides, and it'll stitch out the housing still, and at least you get some lens protection out of it. So that is another viable option. Another upgrade they put on this is removable batteries. So with that, the battery life isn't great on these, but I think the batteries are 30 bucks a pop right now. They are in stock. I just bought 2 more on B&H, and then a dual charger. I think this is like another 30 or 40. So it does get a little expensive, but now you never have to worry about running out of batteries. Throw these in your bag, be good to go, and just pop it in when you need to. So love it so far. It's just, you know, it's fun. One of the biggest settings that I'm playing with now is doing the hyperlapse mode. So you go on a group ride, you know, it's not always exciting everywhere, but record the whole time. When you edit it in post, not only are you choosing your frame of what you like, but on the areas that are a little bit boring, set it to like 16 or 32 or 64 times the speed, and it adds in motion blur. And now you get this hyper stabilization to warp you through the slow parts and then play the good ones. So now you have one clip, not having to edit crazy clips, doing your whole ride, and you could reduce it down to whatever you need. Cool feature of it. I'm still learning it. Only taken out on like 2 rides now, but it is a good purchase. Next up on our list, the Hero 7. I use this more in my professional line of work as an underwater camera more than anything. It's great for group rides, no gimbal needed, super sturdy. I've crashed with it like twice now on it. You know, I got a few nicks on the outside, nothing on the glass. It holds up. I mean, GoPro, everybody knows their quality. The interface is super easy to use. There's a few fun things, new features on the back, and I like their hyperlapse mode, and it's fun. I think the Insta 361, since it captures every angle, still beats it. But you know, this is your durable one. This can handle the beating and everything like that. And just putting this on a selfie stick, now you don't have to worry about breaking a gimbal like on the Osmo or scratching a lens on the 360. This thing's kind of tried and true, and it has built-in stabilization at 4K 60, which is great. And I think it does 120 frames in 1080. So you can really slow down some bonks or jumps or fin jumps, and solid choice. I need a drink. Now for my newest review, and my favorite piece of equipment out of everything is the Litra Torch. Oh, and it's that rugged. This thing is awesome. Thank you, Terry, for sending it my way from the Shenanigan Squad. He sent me the link. This thing gets super bright. And this is with a filter on it. I'm going to use it for photo and video. I mean, this gives you like a nice soft exposure light. For practicals, it has 2 1/4 screws on each side. Magnetic mount. It's safe to go underwater to I think like 30 feet without additional housing. And then when you take this filter off, it gets extremely bright, as you can see. I love this thing so far. They retail for $90, but with the link I have in the that I'm gonna post with this video, you get 20% off and free shipping. So that brings it to like 70 bucks. In the kit, which is one of my favorite accessories, and you're gonna see it in the video, is a belt clip. It attaches right on the back, locks in secure, and the main reason why I fell in love with this light, opposed to all other ones, is it's easy to use, USB chargeable, and this can attach on your leading legs pant clip. So when you're riding, you know, you have your stance. This is right in front of you, as bright as you need to be as you're riding. Warms up a little bit, not too much, but this is lighting up the whole trail in front of you. 90 CRI rating. I forgot how many lumens this is, but it's bright as fuck. Litra Torch 2.0. Half the price of the Lume Cube. Love this thing. It's bright as shit. I mean, look how it lights up this back room. Actually, you know what? Let me kill the lights in here and show you. So as you can see, even just bouncing off the ceiling or a wall, the amount of light this thing throws off is insane. Lights up everything. This is what you want for riding at night in trails, anywhere else. This thing's awesome. It's blinding me. And let me turn the lights back on. Yeah, I mean, just look at what this is putting off. It's fucking beautiful. It has a strobe too if you want to put it on your drone. And one of the other things I do love about it is it comes with magnetic mounts. Since this thing's magnetic, you put these 3M adhesive on something else, like for filming purposes. This will attach right to it, pops right off for quick use. I'm gonna always be using the belt clip, but I love this thing. Definitely consider it. Let me get the lights back on. All right, what's next, gentlemen? My final review is I ordered Rambo's concave tails. I'm excited to install these. Let me make a little bit of room with all my new toys. Before I get a million comments in the section about all my zip ties, I put on my original rails again. I'm getting ready to send my board back to FM. All the threads are stripped, helicoil knocked out the rest of it. I mean, it's best for me to keep everything zip tied so I can keep on jumping until I send my board back. Yeah, beautiful concave tail. I love the shape of it, low profile, and it sits near perfectly flush on here. The instructions are to hot glue it on. This is gonna sit higher than what the sensor pad is. I tested it out already. I got full engagement. I get that locked in feel on the nose, which I was craving. I'm excited to test out, ride with it. Other note, I did get it for the backside too. I am rocking the cush pad, and I absolutely love the cush pad. I can't say more than enough good things about it. Mainly doing like fin jumps or harder landings. Having this like rounded edge right here, if your foot comes like off the board a little bit or loose, instead of slamming into like solid wood or a sharp edge, you're hitting this rounded part on the arch of your foot, and it really absorbs the impact well. Helps with foot fatigue. I notice a difference, especially with my footprint insoles. Love those as well. So the combination, I get a good attached feeling, but pain-free when I mess up a jump, which, you know, happens often. One downside, and I gotta test it out, is the concave on the pad leaves a pretty big gap in the middle, and that just goes to show that there is a decent amount of concave already built into the cush for people that didn't really know if there was going to be or not. I'm still considering putting it on still because it's raised up about 1 centimeter. So if I glue it down, put the bolts in it, that my foot's not going to really notice it, and I'll get that extra rise in the tail. So I'm going to test it out this Sunday. I'll let you guys know how that goes. And float on, my friends.
Whoa! Oh, nice! Wow!